Hello, apologies that last video it cut off right as I was showing you another title. We literally have two smaller piles left to go through, and I managed to clear everything on my phone, so I have definitely got enough time to talk about these and upload these immediately after part 4 as the final part. So that will be my updated Blu-ray collection complete, and I can move on to other videos. So anyway, let's get on. So you probably briefly saw this in the last video, Ted, which is a great comedy. Mark Wahlberg's really good in this. Obviously Seth MacFarlane as the voice of Ted. It's just really funny and it does crack me up. I do enjoy that one. Then we have Terminator Dark Fate, the best one since Terminator 2. Judgment Day is T2, I believe. But yeah, I enjoyed this. I thought it was pretty decent. Yeah, a lot of people don't like this, but I thought it was really good and I had a good time with it. Then we have The Theory of Everything. Eddie Redmayne, perhaps his best performance as Stephen Hawking. Yeah, really good film. And really interesting story if you've not seen it. Second favourite film of all time, Titanic. Just a great love story. I would call it an epic because it is over 3 hours long. And it's just a really good, harrowing story that had me on the edge of my seat the whole time. Then we have Trainspotting, which is a great film, really good, really enjoyed it. Thought it's just, as I've said, a great film with great acting from everyone around. And then we have T2 Trainspotting, which I think is slightly better than the first one, but they're both incredible films. I like what they did with this film, what they did with the story, what they did with the characters. I thought it was perfect, which is why I like this ever so slightly more than the original, but they are both fantastic films and would probably get into my top 50 films of all time. Then we have A Poundland Pickup Transcendence. I don't hope much from this. I don't think it's going to be great, but the trailer looks okay. The cast's good. I mean, you've got Johnny Depp, Morgan Freeman and Paul Bettany, so I'm expecting it to be good at the most, though I don't think it's going to be a great film. But yeah, I'll watch that at some point. Then we have another one of my favourite films of all time, The Truman Show. Just a great film, probably Jim Carrey's best. I do like also, as I have said in a previous video, I do also really like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, but I would probably put this one over it slightly. Just really like the story in this, and I just really like his acting in this. Just really enjoyed it, really connected with it. And then we have some of the films that I got cheap. A lot of people don't like these films. I watched them when I was much younger. I do need to rewatch them because I don't know if I'm going to like them or not on a rewatch. But those are the Twilight films. So we have Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse, Breaking Dawn Part 1 and Breaking Dawn Part 2. As I say, don't know if I'm going to like it or not. I will have to rewatch them because it's been a very long time since I've watched them all. I think I watched them all as the last one was coming out, so that's almost 10 years ago. So yeah, we'll get on to watching them again to see if I like them or not. Then we have a classic, Twister, another great disaster film. Really enjoyed this. Really like Bill Paxton and Helen Hunt. So yeah, really good film. They have one of the best Western films of all time, Unforgiven, Clint Eastwood, maybe his best. Obviously Gene Hackman, Richard Harris and Morgan Freeman as well. Really, really good film. And we have another classic, The Untouchables. Probably my favourite Sean Connery film. Possibly, I know I said Robin Hood, but this would be up there with my best Kevin Costner film as well. This was his breakout film as well, so, but yeah, really good, The Untouchables, really good film. Then we have Vantage Point, which is a decent thriller about attempted assassination of the president, and it's from different perspectives of people that saw it happen. Dennis Quaid's in this; he's like his bodyguard, but it's really good film, really good thriller. Robert Zemeckis' film that I watched recently for the first time, The Walk, a really interesting film. If you are not a fan of heights, I definitely wouldn't recommend watching this because it's definitely not the film for you, but really enjoyed it, really good film. nonetheless. Then we have War Dogs. Todd Phillips, obviously also Jonah Hill and Miles Teller are in it. Really good, really funny. Really enjoyed the story. It's just different, something different, and liked it. Liked both of their characters as well. And then Waterworld, which I watched for the first time very recently. As I said, another great Kevin Costner performance. Really like this film. Definitely underrated. A lot of people don't like this much, but I really enjoyed it and appreciated it for what it was. The Way Back, which is a underrated film from about 10 years ago. I think it was 2013, so just under. But yeah, good cast in this as well, and just a really good uplifting film, as it says on the back. Then we have Widows, which is a good thriller based on a book by Linda LaPlante. You have Viola Davis in this. She's obviously the main character, and Liam Neeson plays her dead husband. But yeah, really like this. Thought it was a really good film and really good performances. Obviously directed by Steve McQueen. Then we have a classic, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, which I definitely need to rewatch ASAP because it's been so many years since I've watched this, and I remember it being an absolute childhood favourite. So we'll definitely be watching that soon. Really good film. And then The Witches. This is the remake with Anne Hathaway, which I actually enjoy more than the original because I found the original a bit too weird. Only thing I didn't like so much in this was the special effects, which were just awful. But the film itself, I really enjoyed, and I thought the acting was really good in it as well. So yeah, The Witches. Then we have The Wizard of Oz, which isn't as good as people say. I did try watching it recently for the first time for a long time. I did watch it when I was younger, but I haven't seen it in years. And I did try watching it, and I probably got about half an hour through and I got bored. So I will need to give it another go, but it's not as good as people say it is, I don't think. Then we have Wonder, which is just a really nice, sweet film. I believe this was one of the last Julia Roberts films that she did. Obviously, as I said, she's got some more coming. But yeah, Owen Wilson's really good in this as well, and so is Jacob Tremblay as Augie. Really good film. Really enjoyed this. Really good. Then we have World War Z, one of the best zombie films, because it isn't just a zombie film. There's more to it than that. It's trying to find out what actually happened, what the cause of this pandemic is. Much like now. But yeah, Brad Pitt's really good in this, and I just really enjoyed this. I think it's a really well done film, and it's a shame that we won't get a sequel. But we were, but we're not now. But yeah, really enjoy that. Another one, maybe my favourite Western. It's between this and Unforgiven, but Wyatt Earp. Really good film. Kevin Costner's really good in this. Gene Hackman, who was also in Unforgiven, is really good, and so is Dennis Quaid. Just overall, a really good film. And then we have Triple X. This is the first one, which is a bit cheesy. I watched this for the first... Well, I do think I watched it when I was much younger, but I can't remember anything at all about it. So I had to rewatch it. And it's very cheesy. It's okay. It's not one I would pick. It's not go-to, because it's one of the early noughties action films that are meh, okay, alright watches. But yeah, it was okay. Yes Man, which is a really good Jim Carrey film. I do really enjoy this, thought it was really funny. There's actually a film out tomorrow on Netflix, Yes Day, which is practically the same concept. So interesting to see what that will be like. But yeah, this is really good. I do really enjoy Yes Man. Only three more. We have Yesterday, which is obviously about a man this when all the lights around the world go out, and he wakes up and he's the only one that can remember the Beatles, so he takes advantage of that, and it's a really good, fun film by Danny Boyle. Yeah, really liked Yesterday. Then we have the last two, Zombieland, which is a great zombie comedy film. Personally, for me, I prefer this to Shaun of the Dead, although they're both great films. And yeah, really like that. And then they did a sequel, Double Tap, which is just as good. I enjoyed this just as much as the first one, and thought it was just as funny, and it was really nice to see where they were 10 years later. So yeah, really good. And that is everything. That is all of my videos from my complete Blu-ray collection complete. I hope you've enjoyed them. If you've watched them all, I really do appreciate it. If you've only watched bits and parts of it every video, I do really appreciate that as well. Stick in the comments below what you thought of these videos. Also, let me know what you'd like to see me do in the future, what videos you'd like me to see me do. If you want any collabs, I'm happy to do a collab video. If anyone wants me to do anything for their videos, I'm happy to do so. And yeah, in general, thank you for watching. Yeah, and until next time, goodbye.